Let's visit the historic marker for one of the world's favorite toys, the Slinky in Clifton Heights, Pennsylvania. The marker reads, invented in 1943 by Richard James and named by his wife Betty. The Slinky was manufactured here at James Industries until 1965. In 1960, Richard left his family and gave control of the nearly bankrupt company to Betty. Betty turned the company into a multi-million-dollar enterprise with worldwide distribution. In 2001, she was inducted into the Toy Industry Hall of Fame. The Slinky was one of the most popular toys of the 20th century. Now, here's the story behind the marker. In 1943, Richard James, an American naval engineer stationed in Philadelphia, was working on springs to stabilize instruments on ships in rough seas. One day, he accidentally knocked a spring off a shelf and observed its fascinating stepping motion as it moved in arcs from a stack of books to the floor, recoiling itself and standing upright. Intrigued by this unexpected behavior, James thought of creating a toy based on the spring's unique movement. After a year of experimentation with various types of steel wire, James finally succeeded in creating a spring that could walk. His wife, Betty, initially skeptical, changed her mind when she saw the neighborhood children's enthusiastic response to the toy. They decided to name it Slinky, after Betty found the word in a dictionary, which aptly described the spring's graceful motion as it expanded and collapsed. With a $500 loan, Richard and Betty formed James Industries, originally known as James Spring Wire Company. They had 400 Slinkies produced by a local machine shop, carefully wrapping each one in yellow paper. The Slinky was priced at $1 each. Initially facing difficulty selling the Slinky to toy stores, their breakthrough came in November 1945, when they were granted permission to demonstrate the toy on an inclined plane at a department store in Philadelphia. The response was overwhelming, and the first 400 units sold out in just 90 minutes. Following this success, Slinky was officially introduced at the American Toy Fair in 1946. The popularity of the Slinky continued to grow, and Richard and Betty expanded their company's offerings, creating related toys such as the Slinky dog. Betty later became the president of James Industries, and the company relocated to Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania in 1964. However, in 1998, Betty sold the company to Poof Products. Despite price increases in spring steel, Betty James was determined to keep the Slinky affordably priced for less affluent customers, making it accessible to a wide audience. Besides being a beloved toy, the Slinky found use as a teaching tool in classrooms, a portable radio antenna during wartime, and even in NASA physics demonstrations, where astronaut Margaret Resetten showcased its behavior in zero gravity during a telecast from the Discovery space shuttle in. The enduring popularity and cultural impact of the Slinky were recognized when it was inducted into the National Toy Hall of Fame at the Strong in Rochester, New York in 2000. Furthermore, it earned a spot on the Toy Industry Association's Century of Toys list in 2003. Over its first 60 years, approximately 300 million Slinkies were sold, solidifying its status as a beloved and iconic toy.